Yes, it's time to rock and roll. Quarrymen TV.
I've always found that I collect. I'm a collector.
Do you like collecting? Then please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click on the like button because it does something very special. It makes you younger. Okay, before the Beatles became famous, they were a skiffle band called the Quarrymen, and they sounded nothing like what they would become later on.
The first thing we ever recorded was That'll Be the Day.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yeah, that'll be the day when you make me cry, you say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
So, what links the Beatles with the supergroup Led Zeppelin? Or, to be more specific, Jimmy Page? Here is an old clip featuring a very young 13-year-old Jimmy in his first ever TV appearance in 1957.
What are your two names? Yours is?
James Page and
David Houser. Both from Epsom. You're just learning to play the guitar.
yes,
Can you,
teacher.
from a teacher? Do you play anything except skiffle?
Yes, Spanish and dance.
Do you as well? Can you move on? What are you going to do when you leave school? Take up skiffle?
No, I want to do biological research.
You mean be a doctor?
No, I haven't got enough brains for that, I don't think. So
Not brains?
No.
Well, sure you have. You don't want to go in for biological research, I know, because you're joining the fleet air of it.
Well, I hope
That's
so,
right.
yes,
You hope
if they let me in.
That's right. Tell me a little more about this skiffle group. It meets how often?
Well, we usually have a rehearsal about once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Where? At Jim Page's house. That's central for all of us, and I suppose his mother has to like skiffle.
That's right, she's long-suffering woman.
Yes.
You made this instrument, I understand, like Anthony. You're a chap who makes his own instruments too.
Yes.
Did it take long to make?
About 5 months on and off.
Yeah.
Well, that just goes to show not all future talented musicians come out of their mother's womb ready for music virtuosos like Mozart supposedly did. Many of the greatest musicians from the swinging 60s, including members from the Rolling Stones, started out in humble skiffle groups, inspired by early American jazz and jug bands. I'm sure most of us would agree that some of the best popular music in living history came from the swinging 60s. But what is it about this humble form of music called skiffle that managed to inspire a whole generation of future legendary musicians, many of whom came from ordinary working class backgrounds, to conquer the world at one of the most creative times in the history of music, the swinging 60s? As with the 1970s punk movement, skiffle encouraged an amateur do-it-yourself culture, like on YouTube, and if you couldn't afford your own music instruments, it was now cool to actually build your own, like the T-chest bass, making this unique didactic music genre accessible to millions of poor working class kids during the bleak British post-war years. These were perfect conditions for nurturing creativity itself that led up to the swinging 60s. There are many parallels between that period and our own information age. Thanks to the YouTube revolution, nearly everybody can broadcast themselves out to the world. So we all have the power of the cinema, television, and radio station in the palm of our hands, and so we can control and drive our own popular culture. Perhaps we can predict the future from the patterns of the past, and maybe we can even use our humble YouTube videos to inspire our own magical creative decade, similar to the Roaring Twenties, or of course the Swinging 60s. Thanks for checking out my amateurish do-it-yourself video. Why not check out the childhood homes of other rock legends? Just click on the appropriate icon and it will take you there. If you don't want to miss out on seeing the largest collection of pop music trading card videos, don't forget to pop by at my channel. Thanks for watching.